Hello, my dear friends. It sounds like I'm live and I'm on YouTube live today. I'm so happy that I managed to tame the technology. It took me a little bit of time and energy. Okay, whenever you come in, please quietly come in because I would like to start my talk today. I prepared for you some news. I prepared a story about one of my employer and what else? And some advertisement as well. And after that, I will be answering your questions if I will find a way to do it here. Hopefully, I will. Okay. So, I would like to start with a story. You know that I'm an international recruiter for many, many years. And I have one story about my employer which really impressed me. And I think it will impress you as well. I would call my story Don't Judge the Book by its Cover. I have a lovely young business here in Auckland, in outskirts of Auckland. The business, which is like a know-how. They created a business how to use waste oils from the restaurants and turn it into the biodiesel. So they taken the already lost product and they turn it into the diesel, which biodiesel, okay, which is highly required. So it is a young company, about maybe 12, 15 people were working there when I saw the situation I'm telling you about. So what happened? This company wanted to have a diesel mechanic. They couldn't find one in New Zealand, and I advertised and find for them a diesel mechanic from Middle East. Diesel mechanic came, and he was a little bit at the beginning, especially he was a little bit upset, or would say not happy. I would say. Why was that? The guy was working as a supervisor back in their own country, in the place where he came from. He worked in there for a few years, and he was a supervisor. And when he came to New Zealand, he became just a diesel mechanic. So he need to do all normal duties of diesel mechanic here. And because the company is dealing with diesel and wasted oil, it's a little bit not so clean on their side. It's not so clean because oil, it has tendency to leak sometimes. So it's not that perfectly clean, and it's on the open air, and a few things made him to feel a little bit he didn't like it too much. Okay, then I talked to him maybe 3, 4 months after his arrival, and here's the story he told me. So first of all, the employer, young owner of the business, talks to each of his, for each person who works for him, he talks for at least 5 minutes every day. He find way to find and talk to each person every day, at least for 5 minutes. Sometimes less, sometimes more, but he genuinely interested in everyone, and he's showing his appreciation. And if the person needs some help, he would attend that. This is one. And secondly, there is a lot of interchangeable things, interchangeable jobs every part of the team can do, which make this job really interesting. So he is my client. He's a diesel mechanic, but he can do it as well welding. He knows a little bit of electrical. He knows a little bit of engineering. So he is actually multi-skilled, and all of his skills were actually needed and appreciated. So after 3 months, he told me, "I am sorry. I think I feel totally different now. I love this job, and I love everyone in the team because all the team spirit support growth, encourage everyone to grow. So don't judge the book by its cover. Because in New Zealand, some businesses seem to be not very attractive, but really they have beautiful team, loving team, and you would really enjoy being there. Okay, that was my story. I hope you like it. Now I have another good news, which is I decided to start seminar for employers, human resource managers, and team leaders all over the world. They can join wherever they are. The seminar which I created will be called Connect, Create, Rebuild a Happy Team in 2022. So as you can hear from the name of the seminar, it's all about team building, happiness at work, and how to make some small changes and to have a happy team or happier team, considering that it is COVID around and now the war in Europe, in Ukraine. So it's all concerns everyone, and some people more overwhelmed than other. And there are tips, scientifically based tips, which can help to deal with these issues. So on 24th of March, we will have it online. It's free seminar. Everyone can attend. And we will have 8 excellent experts in happiness at the working place. And they will be sharing their wealth of knowledge, their skills, and they will give you some tools, immediate tools, which you can introduce anywhere. Okay, this is another good news. Now I have a little bit of bad news, and I will be ready to take questions if I find how to see your questions. Okay, I can see someone, but I can't see your questions as yet. Anyway, today was the highest number of Omicron cases in New Zealand. It was around 21,000 cases today only. And 7 people passed away, which is the highest number in New Zealand. And we have about 150 people in hospital. So scientists believe that it is the highest, it is the peak of our Omicron, and hopefully from tomorrow it will go down. The number of cases per day will go down. So as you know, our government based their decisions on the scientists who predict how this virus will behave. So it expected that the cases will go down, and by the middle of April, government going to open the border for people coming from overseas with salary of 1.5 or above 1.5 of median. So that was bad news. I am quite a bit upset about this. Many of us now working online, but still people passing away, unfortunately. So that was all my news for today. I managed to do it in 10 minutes. I hope to see some questions. Okay. Can you type the questions here? Oh, I've done something now. I don't know where I am. Okay. Okay, so far I don't see. But anyway, if you find a way to ask me the questions, you want me to talk about the electrical job. Oh, thank you, Saddam. I will happily talk about this because there's something I need you to remind me about. I am still looking for a few marine electricians. Marine electricians who knows how to deal with pumps, a little bit of skill and knowledge in hydraulics, and people who work for at least 5 years in the shipbuilding company as electrician. You can be high level, I mean, you can be engineer or you can be technician electrician. It doesn't matter. What does matter is how well you know your job. If you know it from the beginning to the end and you're working now as engineer, we are happy to hear from you. If you are a technician who always work as technician, we are very happy to hear from you as well, because the company is large and they will take a few electricians. So far, I introduced only 2 electricians to them, but they want a few more. So you want me to talk a little bit more. Uh, so if you work as electrician in marine, generally speaking, because the power is low, whatever you can correct me, but you don't need really electrical registration if you work on marine, but not connect anything um, powerful to the mains. But if you do, which many of electricians on the board do, so you have to be registered as well, as well as electricians on land. So, and I will help you to do that if you need that. If you will be getting a job offer, you will get an interview. It takes to register for electrician to register. It takes about 30 working days, um, and it's simple enough. But you need professional help with this. Okay. What other questions? Okay. So I do check your CVs regularly. So sometimes, like today, I'm very busy through the day. I have a few appointments and I'm not able to respond to your queries by email immediately. So please apologize me for that. I will be back with you maybe next day or in the evening the same day. So we'll be with you. We'll answer your questions anyway. So let's talk a little bit more about electricians. So what you need to be or what you need to have, what skills you need to have, and what quality you need to have. First of all, electricians must have good communication skills. It doesn't matter if you work on the ship or you work on housing projects. It doesn't matter. You need good communication skills because most often you work face to face with the customers, and customer must understand you because it's power, it's electrical, it's dangerous. So you have to be really fluent in your English and you should know your professional lexics so you can answer questions, you can understand customers. So talking about marine electricians. So whatever you do overseas, when you're fixing your anything on the boat, any equipment on the boat, it would be the same all over the world. So I don't need to tell you what exactly you have to be able to fix because more or less it is the same. The difference will be in the brands of equipment, brands of machinery, but it generally more or less the same. If you are very good in fault finding, if you're able to think on your feet, you will be good and you will be able to work here. So probably the most valued quality of any electrician or any technician is customer service, good smile, communication skills. But from the documents point of view, dear electricians, you have to have or education, minimum 1 year of education, special professional education in electrical field, or you must have at least 4 years of experience in the field. This is 2 requirements. If you don't have education, special education, you have to have 4 years of experience. If you have education, you can have 3 years of experience. Depending, it's all depend on the skills you presenting. Okay, what else we have here? Pipe fabrication. So right now we do not have any open positions for pipe fabricators, but we don't have it now. It may be tomorrow. Just watch our Facebook groups Any advertisement will be published there. Talking about the Facebook, I still did not manage to make Facebook to put back my personal Facebook account. So it's removed. And I cannot answer your questions accordingly on the Facebook groups. But I will get there. I'm working on this. I sent a few emails to the Facebook management, and hopefully I will hear from them soon. So I am hopeful that we will fix that. Another good news, we started today another career in New Zealand group. The first lesson was today. Excellent, very good, high-level group we have, and we will be successful. So these new groups I teach for 3 months. So by July, when our borders open a little bit more, this team will be ready to apply for visas and will be ready to communicate with employers, having Skype interviews or whatever interviews. So they will be ready for that. Okay, any questions? Any more questions? I almost finished. If you can write me here, whatever you have to ask. Okay, no more questions. Okay, traders for New Zealand continue working. We still have right now a few open positions which we still didn't find good people for. We are looking for senior carpenter who can supervise the team in the workshop, joinery workshop, and to install whatever production this factory does, to install it in the houses. So we're still looking for this person. It is a senior position. He will be supervising. So, and you need minimum 10 years experience in carpentry, in the factory and in the installation. So if you have the skills, please let me know. I will be talking to you very soon. And another position we still have available is fire safety. It's installers of sprinklers. They call it technician, fire safety technicians. So if you work in this trade, please talk to me soon. Send me email with your CV, reference line, fire safety. We will be talking soon. I will be very quickly talking to you about this. Okay, this is all for today. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you coming here to support me. And I hope to see you again next Friday. All the best. Bye for now.